Alright, we're going to try these 3 Rimfire cartridges, and no, I do not have 17 WSM. I wish I did. If I did have it, we'd certainly throw that in here, but I'm going to do 22 long rifle, 17 HMR, and 22 Magnum in that order on these concrete blocks here, these cinder blocks. Just a little fun video and basically see how many of each it takes to get through the blocks. I've also done this with pistols. 22, 380, 9, 40, and 45. I've also done it with 12 gauge, 20 gauge, and 410 slugs. And we also did it with some centerfire rifles. I'll put a link in the description to all 3 of those if you missed those and want to check those out. Linked in the description of the video. But for all those videos and more like those, just visit the Caliber Comparisons playlist on the channel. Also, for anything Rimfire, check out my 22/Rimfire playlist on the channel. Rifles I'm going to use today: Ruger 1022, 18-inch barrel, Rossi RS22M for the 22 mag, 21-inch barrel, Savage 93 R17 for the 17 HMR, 21-inch barrel, and I'll put links in the description to the review videos on all these rifles if you'd like to see that as well. Ammo I'm using today, I'm just trying to use the basic kind of standard run-of-the-mill stuff for each cartridge. So yeah, we could go heavier and faster with the 22 long rifle. Not so much with the 17. You can go faster but not heavier. And the 22 Magnum, of course, you can get, like, say the 50 grain Federal, for example, but it'd be at a much lower velocity. But I'm just trying to use like stuff that everyone's familiar with and stuff that most people have shot, just your standard type stuff. So Aguila Super Extra there, 40 grain, 1255 feet per second. You know, it's pretty standard high velocity stuff for the 22 long rifle. And big thanks to our friend Bill for sending that Aguila for the channel. I'm using the heavier 20 grain Game Point by CCI for the 17 HMR, because that little 17 grain bullet with the ballistic tip isn't going to do nothing. And then your pretty standard maxi mags here, 40 grain for the 22 Magnum. So I hit this from about 10 yards back. Do not try it at home. Have a GoPro set up down there on the log for some up close shots and some slow motion as well. All right, here we go. So we'll do 22 long rifle first. I'll take a single shot and then we'll go up and examine it. And then I'll take however many more it takes after that point to get through it. Then we'll move on to 17 HMR, do the same thing. And then lastly, the 22 WMR, 22 Magnum. Also, thanks to my buddy John at Boomstick Revenge for the range time. I know it's hard to see, but I got a little white mark. My paint's not cooperating too well. Hit it right on the mark. And that's what you get. It's actually decently deep. So maybe about halfway in. So I'm only human. I'll get as close to the same spot again as possible. See how many it takes to get through. Alright, finally got through there. I'm not sure how many shots that was, I wasn't counting. So finally through. Let's see what the 17 HMR does. No, it almost looks like there's a little piece of copper. Oh, look at that. So it didn't exactly penetrate. As you can see, there's no complete hole through there. It's all clogged up. But it punched some of that stuff out the back. So, I mean, it's probably just very, very thin there. It went through pretty far, at least halfway, if not further. And then the impact was enough to punch that out the back side, but it didn't quite penetrate through. So let's see if I can hit. That's a real small target, but do my best to hit roughly the same spot and see if we get through on the second shot. I don't know, I don't think we made it through. I mean, it's near impossible to hit that little tiny same spot. Yep, there's a hole. So I guess I practically hit the same spot. Got a hole. All right, 22 mag. You know, you would think after seeing the 17 HMR performance that the mag would go right through, but I'm not so convinced. And oh, nope. I thought it was a hole for a second, almost. So that's interesting. Still blew out the back like the 17 HMR. Now you'd have, you know, I do gel tests too on all these. And the mag definitely penetrates further in gel than a 17 HMR. You know, the bullet weighs twice as much. But yeah, it did the same thing to the concrete. I don't know, did we make it through? Alright, I was gonna say it better since the 17 did on the second, and there you go. Well, there you go. That's what 22 17 HMR and 22 mag will do to the cinder blocks there. Again, link in the description to each one of these rifles if you want to see the original review videos on them. Put a link in the description to the same test with shotgun slugs, centerfire rifle rounds, and common carry pistol calibers. But again, for more tests like this, just check out the caliber comparison playlist on the channel. And for more rimfire stuff, check out the 22/rimfire playlist on the channel as well. Also, by the way, just got a 10 mil, which I hadn't previously featured, and I'm working on my revolver collection as well, so we'll have that coming up at some point too. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I hope to catch you on the next one.